Why I chose this particular outlet is one, it has a little external light indicator on here so that if you are plugged in, it lets you know that there's power going into the outlet. So if something doesn't work, you don't need to do a whole lot of troubleshooting. You'll know whether or not you're getting power to the inlet. Let me show you guys what this looks like. So this is pretty much your standard 30 amp outlet here, and it has a weatherproofing rubber gasket in the back. And on the inside, let me see if I can do this with one hand. You unscrew this, remove the insulator, and you can take this thing off. Now you've got access to your electrical behind. So what kind of wire is that, Jet, they're using?
This is called an SO cord, and this is just heavier insulated wire, and it's a 10 gauge SO 10.2, 10.3 I mean.
It looks like it's the back of that outlet is color coded, white, green, and black.
Yeah, it is. This is cool.
Yeah, that little plastic thing, and the taper end goes first into the outlet. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna feed it through. Okay, so I was using these inch and a quarter to tap through this plug here, and it's stripped out. It doesn't take much to strip out these aluminum sidings. So then now I'm using these 2-inch screw, and that goes through the aluminum siding and into that 3/8 plywood. So this worked out perfect, and as you can see, this is in there way better now. So I'm going to pull these two out, get this 2-inch in, and we should be rock and rolling. That's it. That's looking professional. All right, guys, so I want to give an update on the wiring for this 30 amp outlet, RV outlet or shore power coming into this box. The problem is with this specific, it's called a D-square box. As you can see here, we got a 15 amp here, and then we're gonna put a 15 amp here. So I guess the problem with this specific box is there's no bar that comes into this box where you can tap in this load, this black cable that's going to provide power to both of these breakers. So to do that, we had to put a little jumper cable right here using the same cable thickness. And I think this is a 10 gauge, which that's what all these are. And then once we did that, you know, of course, you got power now to both of the breakers. Anyways, just want to share that with you guys. If you do buy this D-square box, it doesn't have the load bar that's going across. This might be the only option. Is take a wire and jump it. Let me get a close-up picture so you guys can see that. It's kind of dark, but you can kind of see the horseshoe shaped black wire. Nice. All right, so now we got all the wires pulled, and we got the 1/2-inch piping pulled from the box and running up there. And we got some of these MC lines coming through our cabinets for our dedicated AC outlet there. All right, so we are out here burning the midnight oil. He's serious now. He's got on his knees. All right, guys, so let me just summarize what we've done so far in terms of electrical. So we installed this Furion 30 amp 125 volt. What's nice about this is that when you're bringing power into the trailer, it's got a little indicator to let you know there's power coming to that plug. Then I bought this extension cord, the 30 amp extension cord on Amazon, and that just plugs right into my plug at home. This was, gosh, $10 on Amazon, and it plugs right into that yellow, the male side of that cord. Anyways, So let's go ahead and continue. Here's where that 30 amp comes into. I've got a 2-pole switch right here, box. One is dedicated for the AC, and this one is for my refrigerator. And I've also got just a miscellaneous extension cord that's coming in from the outside to inside. In case I want to plug something in here, I have this option. Okay, so from the box, it's coming in through here. And I left all my electrical exposed. So that way, if I ever want to change something, it's easy to do. And two, I wanted that industrial kind of look to the trailer. I want to be reminded that this is still a trailer. So that's why we left all the, the cords exposed. And everything is up to code, which is great. So thanks to Jet, he was able to do all this for me. Learned a ton on electrical. So thank you very much, Jet. So here we have a 3-way switch. So from here, you can turn the light on and off there from our bed. But also when you enter, you can also turn off the light like so, okay? And then this is our miscellaneous plug we needed for whatever, but also has a USB so we can charge our phone or tablet or whatever while we're in bed. And then we're also gonna run like a small mount here for our tablet. So, Isabella or whatever, we can watch a movie at nighttime. So from this box here, we have another box coming into the trailer or into the cabinet. And this is a junction box. From here, we got wires kind of going several different directions. So there's 2 lines coming over here. Let me just kind of trace it for you guys into another junction box. And this junction box feeds our light outside, which is right here. And this comes on. This is what's called dawn and dusk lights, which comes on automatically based on, when the sun goes down. And it comes down and supports this switch and also feeds into our outside 110 outlet. Okay, and then we got another conduit coming across the entryway here into our light. And this is our only light in the trailer. Let me close the door here. The reason why we only put one is we don't want the trailer to be too bright. When the doors are shut, this is right amount of light for us. I don't want it too bright. So this works out really good. And this is a Home Depot buy. Okay. Oh yes, so this flux cord right here is running behind, actually this guy right here is running behind the wall. We fed the wire down behind the wall, and we came down through behind the refrigerator and then across. So this is our dedicated AC, and then this is our refrigerator. And this is what this circuit right here supports the lights and the outside lights as well. Okay, let me turn off that AC. Okay, so there she goes. So it's nice that we have a remote for our AC and our heater. So let me explain to you guys why I went with this route. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, why don't you go solar power or 12 volt? And I got to thinking, and I thought about this really hard for a long time, because I wanted to make sure that when I do the electrical, it's a one-time deal and I'm done. I don't want to make it too complicated. And having a 12 volt system requires different kind of maintenance and setup and extra gear. So with what I have right now, I can go off grid. That's right. It's a 120 volt system, like you see in your house. I can go off grid with this and have a nice week or two of camping without solar, a 12 volt battery, all of that. And the reason why I can do that is because I've got a really nice Honda generator, and I didn't really want a 12 volt system in here, because then you got to worry about having solar power to charge the battery, if you're on shore power, they make devices, a converter charger that charges 12 volt while you're plugged in. But again, that's just additional equipment you got to buy and maintain. And I didn't really want all of that. And I wanted to share with you guys how you can be off grid without having a 12 volt system. Is it any more efficient? Yeah, probably. But you know, I don't mind burning gas in my generator. That Honda generator will run for up to 8 hours, depending on how much power you use. So the next question is, am I really going to be off grid that often? And I'm going to say maybe 5% of our camping might be maybe one trip a year that might be off grid for a short period. But most places that we're going to go, because we got, you know, wife and kid, and we're going to be like camping at KOAs, for example. We might go to the beach for overnight or two. That's when I would be maybe off grid, is camping on the beach when there's no short plug-in. So, you know, and the only thing that's going to run off a 12 volt system in this trailer is actually my faucet. And I'm just going to buy a small 12 volt battery, and that's going to be plenty enough to run my 12 volt water pump. And so that's another thing that, you know, I made this trailer so simple that you can maintain without really having a whole lot of knowledge about plumbing, pressurized water tanks, 12 volt systems, solar power. I mean, all of that. And plus all the different converters and inverters you got to buy. And all of that equipment is not cheap. And in my opinion, from what I've read and watched on YouTube and did some research and talking to other experts, they don't really give you in my opinion, the bang for your buck without having to spend a ton of money on batteries. So there's no way that I could afford, you know, about a $3,000 battery system to run my AC, my heater off grid. That's just not practical for a lot of people. And that's about what it's going to take to efficiently run and store enough power to run your AC and your heater, your cooler, all of that. So this makes the most sense. And I'd love to hear your guys' comment down below. With that in mind, just to give you guys an idea of how much I spent so far on this trailer, I think about all in, I'm at about less than $7,000. That's including the trailer. This is a brand new 2020 trailer, plus all of this. I'm all in for less than about $7,000. And we'll post our final numbers once we're done with the project and add up all the receipts. So I just want to share that with you guys, why I chose this electrical system route and not the whole converter, solar power, battery nonsense, in my opinion. Okay, so there it is. I'd love to hear you guys' your idea about your trailers. I mean, what is your budget build? I'd love to hear your comments and what you did with your trailer. Leave me links down to your videos. I'd love to watch those as well. And I'm pretty sure I watched all those videos. But again, if you guys, want to reach out, we can stay in touch. And I'd love to see what other people are doing with their trailers. So this is, I think, a really great way to, if you think about a travel trailer life or a van life, this is a really good option. And I'm going to go into that more later in a different video about how this is really the better setup than, let's say, a van life, which is cool too. But yeah, with that being said, hope this video was helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions about the electrical, leave me those comments down below. I'll try to do my best to answer those questions. I'm not an electrician by any means, so that's why I had my brother-in-law help me with all this. He's the Sparky in the family. And with that being said, let's see, what else do I need to cover? Anything else? I think that's it. So, okay, so I just want to say thanks to all of you guys for supporting our channel. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more videos like this, please do that down below and ring that bell so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos. And I'm Brian with the Wagon Family. I just want to say thank you and happy holidays. We'll see you guys soon in the next video.